Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another interesting episode of the Reflection series where we listen to stories that recharge and rejuvenate us. And today we have a very wonderful speaker and performer, if I can say, Ayako Ichimaru. Originally from Japan, Ayako has made Hong Kong her new home. A music composer and violinist par excellence, Ayako has a long list of achievements in the field of music. She has performed in many countries worldwide with various famous artists and at special venues like the White House in Washington, D.C. She is also an exceptional educator and aims to use music to help students find the path of discipline, confidence, and joy of performing arts. Ayako has been practicing Rajayoga meditation for the past 12 years. And the title of the story that she would be sharing with us today is The Sound of Light. And as she says, it's about being an instrument of peace and happiness. So, sounds like a very sweet title. So, without any further ado, I would like to welcome Ayako to this program. And please, we look forward to your sharing with us. So, hearty welcome once again. And it's over to you to share your story. Welcome, Ayako.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me and a lot of loving greeting to everyone. And the sound, which the sound we cannot see, but light we cannot hear. But both gives us a lot of experience, especially after I start meditation. I have such a beautiful, rich, colorful experience. And that experience that light gives me changed my sound, which is my music. I'm a violinist and I was born into a musical family. My mom was the violinist. My father was in finance, but he loved music. So they formed the orchestra, and since I was young, I was playing in orchestra with the whole family was in orchestra. And music was always in my life. And without thinking of anything, I was in the music conservatory. And the life as a musician, it always come with a competition to self and competition to, of course, with others. We participate in music competition every few months, and you win, you lose, and that was the constant life story of my childhood and my teenage life. And I used to practice a lot when other friends are playing outside. I'm in my room practicing hours and hours, and it's never enough. But I didn't question. But when I became a high school student, I started thinking, why am I playing music? And the music gave me a lot of joy, but a lot of pressure as well. Then I started traveling worldwide. It was the time that it gave me a lot of change in my life. It was when I joined playing in the Asian Youth Orchestra. And it was the first time I went out of Japan, and it gave me a lot of great opportunity to play with world famous artists. Then that time I finally found the joy of playing without having so much, pressure on myself. And I liked playing in orchestra, and so I study in the States, and I got a full scholarship. And after I graduate, I was thinking, of course, I will become an orchestra, get into the orchestra. And it became my profession. But then it was different. The job gives you security, but the music, the meaning of music has changed. And that time I was thinking, I can't choose what I play. I can't choose how I play. And constantly I have to follow what the conductor or whoever other players are doing. And then everybody was counting the time that, oh, okay, rehearsal should finish now. And it's not like, it became a job. So courage to leave being an orchestra player. And that time, I start playing solo and explore a lot of different music. And I play in a jazz group, the pops group, which I still do. I play with a lot of artists like Cliff Richard and Sarah Brightman, and it's really fun, and I enjoy it. So that is where I started to understand there is other kind of music, music for just, for total enjoyment and communicate with the audience. And I keep exploring other, a lot of different style of music, and then travel all over the world. And it came to the point that, okay, now I really want to find myself in the music, not playing other people's song or piece or other composers, what other composer wrote, but my own music with my own story, with my own interpretation. So that was the time that I start Rajayoga meditation. And I loved the meditation because still I left the orchestra and then started playing other places, but still a lot of ego, and also like you have to show your worth. So a lot of showmanship was required to me. So I have to act a lot and I have to be perfect. It's my problem was I always want to be perfect, and you can never be perfect, as you know. And that was giving me a lot of nervous breakdown as well. But after starting meditation, that was easing. And in the meditation, I experienced the light, and that experience was something that I never encountered. And that intoxication, that feeling of love and peace, I could not describe in word. So that was the time I started writing my own composition. And I was in India, in Delhi. There was a meditation center with a pyramid, and I was so drawn to that. And I went in one night and with the pen and paper, and I just start writing in the meditation. I was in meditation, and then I just start writing. It's like just automatically like pieces coming in. And that was how I wrote the piece that I put in this latest CD, Sound of Light. And it's called Awakening. That piece was the expression of my spiritual awakening, which was moving, enlightenment, and intoxication. And even I say with word, you might not feel it, but when I put it in the music, because music gives you feeling and the vibration, I'm wishing that it will translate to more people than the word. So I start writing the pieces of my own experience. Then after a few years, I started exploring other way of playing, which is playing in the meditative state. So I wrote in a meditative state, and then now I totally let myself off and then just connect to the light, and then just let the music flow. And that experience was totally undescribable. You are just becoming an instrument to deliver what is downloaded. And I never thought I could do that because I was classically trained, and I always have to read and have to read really precise. So I was trying that way, but to really let all the training, everything go and empty yourself and then just let it flow. That was another amazing experience. And I really liked the way that the music came that way, because it's very different from what I used to play, what I used to compose. It's very, very more subtle, more powerful, and very different style. So totally, I think it's not me, but I was just downloading the energy to play that. So I have experienced quite a big change in my life as a musician, that trained and also finding your own way of expressing your story, and now being the instrument, just downloading the vibration, the sound, and then put it in this physical world. And that is the latest enjoyment of my music life. So in this CD, The Sound of Light, I put all different kind of music. So Awakening is there, and then also the one that I use myself as an instrument pieces are there, and with a different artist. So I think it's became very, very rich CD. So I hope it can be delivered to more people. Yeah, that's my story.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's such a beauty to listen to. Actually, I was more taking in the vibrations and the feelings with which you were sharing your story, actually. So yeah, I could really feel that this piece of art has been, done from the heart. And I'm sure it will, spread and give many, many others the benefit that it was intended to.
And it
Uh,
is really such a joy just to be an instrument without thinking, without ego, without anything.
yeah. Certainly.
Mm.
And if I could ask a question, like, how you say there's meditation and there's music, and maybe there's aspect of creativity, which is kind of similar in both.
Mm.
Definitely music requires creativity,
Yeah.
and meditation also is creative in its own way.
Mm. Mm.
Would you like to share something about, any experience or how it helped you or anything? Yeah,
Yeah.
about creativity.
Yeah. Meditations, actually, it's you go into the space of silence, and sound and silence seems that it's totally opposite, but it's really closely related. And the first person who taught me the importance of silence was very renowned cellist Yo-Yo Ma. When I was, Yo-Yo Ma?
I just heard the name actually. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we were touring. We're doing the world tour. And then before the concert, he just pulled me into his dressing room and he gave me the whole lesson of the piece that we are going to play. And in that particular piece, there was a pause that no one played, orchestra soloists, no one played. It's just total silence. And when it came to that part, in my mind, I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4. He heard my counting in my heart and he stopped me. He said, the silence, you need to listen to the silence. Silence is not just the absence of sound, but it's a continuation of nothingness. And without silence, the sound cannot be born. It's very deep, no? I was 18, I didn't really understand fully. I understand a certain extent, but after I start meditation, I totally understand what he's saying. Silence is not absent. There is very, very subtle and rich and concentrated energy in the silence. And that energy, if you can feel it, that's where there's a power. And so after that, I totally forgot about it. But after I start meditating and think about silence more, how to silence my mind, how to go to the space of silence, then I realized that concentration that he was talking about. And when there's concentration in silence, the creativity comes. So that, and also that experience comes. So that is my, I just recall it just lately. And yeah, silence is so important in our life. We are very busy, thinking about the thing, talking about things, doing things. But when there is silence, the action that you do, the thinking you think has more meaning.
Wow, really beautiful. I mean, we could go on with an episode on this actually about, silence and the power of silence and the importance of silence. Yeah, definitely. And as you said, music or sound and silence may seem like two different things, but it's actually very closely coupled and so
Yeah.
important.
So as a musician, to any artist, I really recommend to meditate, because that is where you get inspiration, the feeling, the power, and also to download something out of your capacity or out of yourself, but you can download something great. If you are full of your thinking, you cannot download. There's no space to download, right? But if you become silent and make the space, then something great can come through you. So that is, wonderful experience.
And also the thing that you shared, that in your initial phase, how you were under pressure, like music, which is such a beautiful thing and a free flowing thing, had become something that was pressurizing you. That is, something that you like doing, but you are under so much pressure that you feel like, oh, why am I doing this?
Yeah, I used to get a lot of stage fright because the musician that my life has been constant competition and criticism. You go to listen to the concert, everybody will say whatever they feel, right? It was good, it was bad, I didn't like it, I like it. All criticism is closely knitted with the music industry, musician
Performance,
life.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's not easy. It's really not easy. And yeah, because of that, I wanted to be perfect, right? But then after I start meditation and I start playing my music, I decided that even I play for 30 people or 10,000 people, it doesn't matter. But if I can touch one person's heart and move them, that is my worth. It's not how perfect I play, but how the music I play can touch and move the soul. And, to be emotional or whatever it's they are moved, then that performance is worth and I'm worth. So that is another policy I made to myself. I don't have to be perfect, but make the meaning of my music.
Yeah. So the intention is perfect inside. And
Yeah,
so the outcome is always going to be good, you know?
that's right. And there is always somebody you don't expect get moved. So, without any ego, if you play from heart and then being just an instrument, then some magic can happen.
Wonderful. It's such a beautiful word to end with. Magic can happen.
It is magical, really. Once you really throw your ego, this is me, this is my style, this is my playing, this is me. That is really limited. But once you let it go and become an instrument, I often say I'm double instrument because I am instrument, but I have another instrument, the violin, to play. So I'm like double instrument. But once you are fully becoming the instrument of this divine light, you you just flow. You become so light and then really into the music, and that music can carry a beautiful vibration which touches people's heart.
Wonderful, wonderful. On that note, maybe I should request you to say speak a commentary for our viewers, if that's okay. So our viewers also will be able to get a little experience of that, free flowing energy from the divine. So if I could request you, please.
I relax my body and I let go of my thought. The sound cannot be seen. The light cannot be heard. But both gives us something eternal. An experience that words cannot be truly captured. And I am also eternal energy. I'm not bound by this body. I'm just a point of bright light which shines in my forehead. What I experience is what I am. I let go of all my tension, stress, anger, worry, because I'm not that. I am eternal light. With all the powers, happiness, and peace. Love. Now I am feeling that energy. My true self. I am beautiful. I am light. I am this is me. And I connect with the divine light whenever I feel lost. I'm tired. Now I connect and draw the light from the divine. And I become the embodiment of that quality. And I am the instrument carry this loving, peaceful vibration into the world. Through my specialty, I become the instrument of love, peace, and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that beautiful experience. How beautiful it is when thoughts are created in the mind. The experience we get is so real. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I would also like to thank our viewers for joining in today. And if you would like to know more, please do visit our website, www.brahmakumaris.org.au. All the information about our centers, retreat centers, and all the programs offered are available there. And we look forward to your visit to our center sometime. So thank you. And we will be back with another interesting episode, Reflections. Take care. Om Shanti.